minute or so of the first half. Jay will be joining us shortly. Interesting to hear his take on it and see if the Cowboys can get this to within a touchdown before then. Looks like a injury here, though, on the field for the 49ers and slight delay. So 41 seconds left to go in the half. It's 2nd and 10 for the Niners. But this is, well, he's up and fine. So, so far, Niners 14-point lead. I think not a lot surprising here in this game. A lot of Christian McCaffrey, a lot of just efficient offense here by the Niners, and I think the big play here for the Cowboys was obviously the touchdown to Turpin. Not a guy we see a ton of in the wide receiver role, and here's Dak scrambling. I mean, that just doesn't really work against the better teams. But 26 seconds left to go in the half, 25, 24. It's like Cowboys look content to just run it out here and take it into the locker room down by 14 points. But I think they're going to have to try and find some answers here. It'll be interesting to see what the books have this one at for the second half. Yep, the Cowboys just decided to ride it out into the half, which was a little bit surprising. I don't know if Jay can't get on or... Oh, I guess we'll find out in a second. If he messages me and says that he can't get on, then we'll just come back now. Oh, here he is. Jay, what's happening?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
What's your take here on the first half?
Yeah.
I think your guys...
Same old Cowboys.
Well,
Niners look like the best team in the league. Defensively, same things, beating ourselves, boneheaded penalties in the worst moments, and those get you beat. Kyle Shanahan has dialed up a hell of a game plan, and it's working. They're up 14 going in the half. And I haven't seen any signs in the second half for me to want to take the Cowboys. So I'm probably looking at a total.
It looks like it's the Cowboys minus 1.5 here for the second half. 22.5 is the total. This is a tough one because I don't know, the Niners at times it looks like they look to be going through the motions too. So the money line is Cowboys minus 135 and the Niners at plus 115. It's just a matter of if you think it's going to end up closer than a 14-point game. I mean, is what this one really comes down to with those kind of numbers that they're giving out. I'm not really convinced one way or the other. The Niners have looked efficient at times, but other times it just, like you said, it was just penalties that aided the drives along. It's been another horrible day for the officials, pretty much across the board. Throughout all the games, limited games today, but still plenty of opportunities for the refs to blow calls all day long. The non-calls, the bad calls. I mean, the Dolphins game against the Giants. I mean, just trying to give the Giants one more chance, to do something, and nothing happens. They call penalty. Meanwhile, the Eagles, I guess, are just allowed to hold whoever they want on every single play. It just seems like the Eagles can grab defensive linemen from their necks from behind and it doesn't get called. But if someone reaches out
I've
the
seen
hand,
that. I've seen that multiple times on Micah in this game here, too.
yeah,
I think that's holding. You can't grab the guy from the neck from behind. You just
no,
can't.
you can't. Well, the thing is that if the defender, what's happening this year in the NFL, and how bad the officiating is that when the defender is held like that, what he does is he generally punches the guy underneath the face mask, and they call it illegal hands to the face is what they call. It's like when they hold on to him like that, the defenders are reaching out like and basically stiff arming underneath the face mask, hitting the guy right in the chin. Basically let go me, and they're calling that and not the whole initial hold. So
I'm taking under 22 and a half second half. I don't love it, but that's where I'm at. Scam already got me bummed out. It already answered pretty much the question that I had. Could we compete with, the top two teams in the league? And looking like probably not.
well,
I'm
it's
in
tough
bed.
to say. It's tough to say if the game's in Dallas. Maybe it's a little different story, but
Nah, it won't be. It won't be. Um, we'll probably go on to have a good season, win 11, 12 games, make the postseason. But when we run into the Niners, it's going to be ugly, like it always is. I'm just being a realist at this point. Um, is there an avenue where the Cowboys can make some noise here in the second half? Maybe. They did have a couple drives where things happened, but again, the penalties is what have killed multiple drives, and I don't see that changing. So, you know, that's my thought process here. Would I be ecstatic to see Dallas get back in this game? Of course. Do I want to put my money on them for them to do so? I do not.
yeah, it's like when they realized that the call was like not what they wanted. They changed the calls. I mean, it's like just tell us at the beginning who's going to win, who's going to cover. It's kind of like a scratch off ticket. It's like if you scratch the code at the bottom, it's like you don't have to go through all the.
To me, you can't throw the ball late over the middle to a guy with three guys in front of him and not expect him to get clobbered. You just can't. That's gonna happen. But
No,
you
you're
know,
not allowed to hit. You're not allowed to hit anybody. We saw it. We saw a few games here today where basically tackling the quarterback is a penalty. I don't understand what you're supposed to do, but I think the Giants are in some big trouble. I think that's pretty much the other lesson today. I mean, Daniel Jones was unable to finish the game again. Um, this time it was a neck injury. I think
was
because the
that your,
Dolphins just
that your big play?
what's that?
Was that your big play?
No, it was the Rams. So I lost
No.
my big play, but I swept my early games. I lost my middle game. I have the Niners in this one, but so
We had a good halftime, I believe, as well. We had the
yeah,
Dolphins hit the Colts, um, hit a couple things in that
yeah.
halftime. So
So you have the under.
overall, it's been a solid day for me. Yeah, I'm taking the under. That's where I'm going to lean. I think the defense was probably shine a bit second half. Um, Niners win comfortably. They're up 14. They probably win by. I'm not even going to say that because I'm low scoring, man. I ain't even. This is so frustrating, man. So frustrating.
Yeah, I think that you could say the Niners defense is great, but I think it'll be interesting against the Eagles. I think against the Dolphins, I think there'll be some interesting matchups out there, and defense generally wins the day in those kind of games. But I don't know. It just seems that I've seen the Dolphins have offenses like this before, and they went to the Super Bowl. That time they lost in the Super Bowl, but they went. I think that maybe I'll just roll with the Niners here on the money line plus 110 is where it's at. So take a shot at it.
Yeah, that's not a bad place. If I would say if you're looking for somebody to score, maybe can't go wrong with McCaffrey again. He's just a touchdown machine.
Yeah,
So I mean, I would probably look for him again, get his second one.
I think it.
Dallas gets the ball to start, so we'll see. We're gonna see early if they got anything. If they come out here and score, we got a ball game. Um, if they come out here and go 3-and-out, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, they're showing Bill Belichick up here. Worst home
Yeah,
loss.
they're done too. They're done too, man. I
Well,
can't
so
believe
we knew this
failed
for
them
a
like that.
while. I mean, Mac Jones is absolutely horrific. Been saying it pretty much since the beginning of the season, and oh man, are the Broncos bad? There's just
Yeah, I'm having a really good day. My only loss today is that Patriots, and then it's going to be Dallas here when this game concludes. But solid day. Play of the day was those Jets against those Broncos. Sean Payton, that's what you get, man. You talked all that crap. We're going to change everything around from last year.
it
And
just
that
takes
same guy,
time. It just takes time.
I know, but the thing is, you're dissing the last guy, and that last guy came in there, and when the chips were on the table, them Jets and Nathaniel Hackett picked up that third down, that huge third down, huge pass from Zach Wilson, and then we're able to milk the clock, man.
Yeah, but
Hell of
it's
a win for the
Peyton
Jets.
could easily argue, yeah, because I'm playing with his guys. That's why.
True, true,
And I mean,
true.
that's the argument. Is that yeah, they're able to beat me because I'm. This is the crap that he's left me with. It's like yeah,
It's
I
true.
mean that it's in the first year situation. It's like there's certain coaches, especially in college, you see it, guys that you know they always do really well their first year with another team because they do really well with other people's players. Then when they have to recruit their own players and bring their own guys in, well, they're not nearly the same. So I think in the NFL it's even harder.
Yep, man. It's sad. This is sad. Them Rangers, though, Mitch. How about them boys?
Yeah, they when they hit the grand slam, I didn't think it was going to really matter, but in the end, it really was a difference maker. So
It really
they came.
was.
I think in that game when you look at the stats and the numbers in the game, the hits and everything were all pretty close, but it just seemed that the Rangers, when they had the chances for guys in scoring position, is when they got their hits, while the Orioles left just tons of guys. I mean, they both had tons of runners on, and the Astros here struggling against Pablo Lopez as well. But one thing we know about the Astros, I would not count these guys out. That's no
And
chance.
one thing we know about the Astros is what do? They play their best baseball on the road.
Well, they also play their best baseball in about the eighth inning of these games. And that's, I can't tell you how many times they've scored 8 or 9 runs in the eighth inning. So, see what happens, once Lopez comes out of here. We
Second
took the,
half, man, I took the under.
I took the Niners here on the money line. I just think we're going to see more of the same.
I think the best unit on the entire field is the San Francisco defense. I think the second best unit is the Cowboys defense, even though we just saw them give up 21. I think they kind of tightened up in the second half. Um, Lower scoring game. I don't see 3 touchdowns. Um, 3 touchdowns and a field goal is what we technically need to get over. So I'm gonna take it under here. Now, would I be happy if Dallas came out and scored 3 touchdowns and took the lead?
It certainly could happen. I mean, stranger things have happened, and the NFL loves making exciting finishes if they can have them.
Yeah, that Greenlaw is nasty. Him and Warner together is. Oof.
Of course, we'll be here tomorrow night for that Raiders Packers gem. Jordan Love in action, and then next week's schedule for our primetime games and afternoon. Thursday night, it's Denver and Kansas City. Yuck. Sunday is Buffalo and the Giants, and then Monday it's the Cowboys again against the against the Chargers. So I
And we
wonder if
talking about
the Cowboys stay out in California after this one, or if they go back to Dallas with that Monday game in between, being the Monday game. Cowboys 0 first downs on 6 of 7 drives, 93 total yards in this game. But
sad.
that Turpin touchdown was certainly encouraging, but then he got injured. You just don't see them use him all that often as wide receiver.
Yep.
It's mostly returner. And here's the second half kickoff. We're ready to roll. I got two TVs right next to each other, both on DirecTV, and one is ahead of the other. And a good return here, out to almost the 30-yard line. So we'll see if the Cowboys can get something going. There's Mike McCarthy in his final year as Dallas head coach being interviewed. Who'll be the next Cowboys head coach? They're going to go after Nick Saban, is my guess, but he's probably not going to take it. Kirby Smart, probably a solid candidate. Because they're not going to just sit there and tolerate this crap. One thing, Jerry generally has held on to the coaches a little too long, but I think he only has so many years left that I don't think he's
I
going
know you.
to.
I know you hate this. But you know who we need to go get?
Who?
Hashtag. We coming.
No chance. There's no chance. Well, there's CeeDee Lamb with the play and maybe trying to save McCarthy's job here. They're down to the San Francisco 36. They got there in a hurry. But this is where the rubber meets the road. I mean, this is where they got to put this one into the end zone. I don't think that a field goal is going to help them.
We've been terrible in the red zone all year, so I'm not getting my hopes up. That's what you will not see me do.
And this handoff to Pollard just hasn't been there all night. He loses about a yard on that play. So 2nd and 11. You just don't want to get yourself into 3rd and long against this Niners defense because then you're looking at a sack or turnover every single time. They're calling, Shanahan's saying they're not calling the holding here, and he's got a point. The lack of holding calls all day today has been just terrible. I mean, I had a good day, so I'm not complaining about it. All as far as it affecting my games, I'm just saying that if you're going to allow holding, then you got to allow it for everybody. Well, here's an interesting thing now. So it's 3rd and about 4, and they're definitely in field goal range. But it's like
This is 4-down territory. This is 4-down territory.
Well, this not for McCarthy it is, and I think that's the problem they have here.
For McCarthy, it's 4-down territory. That's one thing. He's been hyper aggressive since being with Dallas. If we don't get it here, we're going for it. I can guarantee you.
It all depends.
All right, well, that's it. We just lost a yard. Let's see if we go for it. I trust McCarthy. Come on, Dak. Come on, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, it was an interesting. It was an interesting play call there. On 3rd down and 4. You would think that they would maybe get someone out into the flat, try and get someone into the flat or something, but not even. It was just a very vanilla handoff there. I'm not really sure I even understand the play call there. I think it looked like the ball even almost came out. Boy, what a horrible play call there. And they are going to kick the field goal.
That's not getting it done. That's not getting it done.
Yeah, field goals are not going to win this game for you, especially it doesn't put you into a 1-score game. You're still into a 2-score game, and, that really doesn't help you much.
I don't even see how that really factors. How does that factor?
Well, now they just need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal instead of 2 touchdowns. That's the only thing it does for you. Does not help.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it does not help at all.
You want to stay for another one?
Yeah, we'll stay for the Niners. See what happens if they do exactly what they've been doing, or if they try something different.
We got to get a stop right here, man. Like this is damn near do or die.
This guy in the comments wrote Cowboys minus 5.5, wins by 6 in overtime and the under. Put 500 on it. Enjoy the win. Enjoy the winnings. Betting the under and praying for overtime. This is the best comment ever, man. Betting the overtime and betting the under and praying for overtime is criminal.
Got to get a stop right here. Like we have to get a stop right here. Twitter is the funniest place on earth. Somebody said, "I don't care. This is not the Brock Purdy from Iowa State," and somebody just made a compilation of all his interceptions. Nice. Yeah.
Well, showing all the rings that these teams have won, and yeah, I mean, the Cowboys started a lot earlier with those than the 49ers did. Cowboys won Super Bowl 5. I think the Cowboys probably they must have had at least 2 rings before the 49ers even got a whiff of one.
I've never seen one, so who cares?
Now, they won one against us. Joe Montana against Dan Marino. See, they just showed, look at this. I mean, Kittle's clearly holding on to Parsons' jersey. I mean, he's got his hand right in between the two ones, and it's,
You've been
he's
getting
got
held all
a
game.
fist with, a handful of jersey in it. It's like, I mean, I have the
You've been,
49ers, and I'm saying this.
you've been getting held all game. It's disgusting.
They don't call anything. See, well, it looks like illegal motion here against the Niners.
Finally, they call some shit. Come on, Dallas. Let's get off the field, man. We're going to score. We're back in it. Give me that false H word. I ain't going to say it. I don't want it.
Jay looking for some hope.
Nah, I don't want it.
No. Oh no, they have let holding go all day long today. Today was you were allowed to hold today.
Yeah, all across the National Football League.
Yeah,
If you
all
watch the
across
game,
the league. There's a floater out to Ayuk about to the 45-yard line here. He just barely, that was a shoestring tackle, or else he's still running. They do set Purdy up for success, He seems to
they
have
do.
time to throw it, and it's like,
I got a new nominee for worst quarterback in the league. His name starts with M, ends with a C.
mm, I don't know who's that.
Mac Jones.
Oh yeah, Mac. I've been saying that all along. It's like, I mean,
Oh,
he's terrible, terrible. I haven't picked the Patriots once all season. I've picked the other side. You put them in for our circa picks, I just crossed it right off. I was like, no way, no chance. Like, no chance.
That's yeah,
I'm
man.
like, I'll let you take the Cowboys. I'll take the other side. I'm on the other side. I like my chances with that better than I like Patriots.
That one, the Patriots. That one got me feeling dirty. Just
Yeah,
like
they're going to be drafting first or second or third. They're going to be top 5 drafting this year, and be interesting if Caleb Williams will go, and if Belichick is going to stay even, at New England. I'd be surprised if he stays much longer.
huge third down. Can we get off the field, please?
This is the other thing. A lot of these, these ticky tack injuries where the game just goes on. I mean, two is standing there, and now it's like, oh, I mean, it looks like he's like a fake injury. I mean, that's all it looks like. He's standing there, then all of a sudden he can't. He's standing on the field. It's like he's laughing. They put in, of course, a guy we can't pronounce his last name. Put him in to replace him. I expect the Niners to throw right at him.
How many games we got tomorrow? Just 3? 2 baseball, 1 NFL?
Yep. And there's another first down by the Niners, and they are way in business. Down to the 10-yard line.
GG's, ladies and gentlemen. GG's.
Yeah, we got the 2. Oh, they're calling it back. They are calling holding. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
We've not seen this one called yet today.
Woo!
I'll tell you what, that's really not the most abusive holding I've seen today. That was, I've seen way worse than that. I mean, the Eagles were tackling Aaron Donald. It's like they were just tackling him.
I remember we were saying, could anybody stop the little tush push? Maybe Aaron Donald could, but
I don't think he was in on those plays. And the Niners end up getting the first down anyway, and now it's Debo down inside the 20.
I'm about to go to sleep. I'm finna go to sleep.
Yeah, I've had games like that, where it's just, you're not going to win. Nothing you can do about it.
This is sad.
It's too bad that my surgery's not this week, because then I wouldn't have to do the Thursday night Broncos game. Maybe they can move it up.
2 big blows in back-to-back days, man. We find out that the Longhorns are not real. They're not going to make the playoff this year. And we find out that the Cowboys are the same old Cowboys.
They have a shot. Texas still has a shot.
I don't think so.
So next Thursday, Jacksonville, New Orleans. That'll probably be you and Ruffolo doing the halftime. And then Miami, Philadelphia. That's going to be a good game. Sunday night on the 22nd of October. Sunday night is Miami at Philly. That should be a good game. That's going to be, I like the over in that one. And 2nd and 3, decide to hand the ball to Mitchell, and I don't know. Or they gave it to Debo on a handoff. I don't know. Why not just give it to McCaffrey? Why do you have to try and get cute here? Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Hopefully we get that Shanahan from the Super Bowl with Atlanta.
How about the Broncos trying to double reverse, like like flipping the ball in the air the way like Tyreek Hill and A-Shane do it with and Waddle? It's like those guys aren't as good as those guys. It's like that. Not everybody can do
And
that.
neither are these Dallas Cowboys, man. I'm gonna highlight y'all, man. Good night. We'll see y'all in the morning, man.
Good night, everybody. Kittle with the touchdown, and I think this one could be over. I would say though, we'll give Jay the benefit of the doubt here and say if this game's in Dallas, it's probably a different game. It probably is a different game, and I think that if they meet again, unfortunately for Jay, it's going to probably be in San Francisco again. So he's going to have to hope that somebody else beats him. Have a good night, everybody.